Johnson.
Good morning, how are
And
you?
you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched in reference to a wrong-way driver and initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle described by the 911 caller. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, and the defendant handed the law enforcement officer an unopened alcoholic beverage. The law enforcement officer noticed the strong odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from the vehicle, and the defendant appeared unstable and fell against her car. The defendant stated she spilled a whole can of beer on herself earlier. The defendant's vehicle appeared to have fresh damage consistent with hitting a curb. Standardized field sobriety tests were conducted, where the officer observed 6 out of 6 clues on the HGN, 3 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and 0 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. An inventory search revealed 3 open and empty beer cans in the backseat floorboard and other unopened alcoholic beverages. The defendant considered to breath and blew .143 and .145.
What did you say the stop was for?
The stop was for, there was a 911 call that stated there was a vehicle driving the wrong way and described the vehicle. The officer found the vehicle.
Driving the wrong way?
I'm not sure. When the officer found the vehicle, it was not driving the wrong way, but it matched the description given by the 911.
Right. Anyone can call and say anything. Did he view any kind of traffic infraction? I could literally call and say, hey, man, state's driving nuts. Go get him. Right? I mean,
There's
Yeah.
no other
Okay.
traffic infraction.
Spencer, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward with your case. There's enough death and destruction on our street. 6 by 9, because if you get into an accident, maim, kill someone, especially with alcohol in the car. Do you understand? Play it safe. Don't make any boneheaded moves. Please. Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Rice.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a crash call and found a vehicle inoperable due to a collision and blocking traffic. Law enforcement officer spoke to a wheel witness who stated he observed the defendant in the driver's seat of the vehicle with the engine on and advised the defendant to turn the vehicle off and exit the scene. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant who was sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle and observed.
Right from the jump, the judge drops the reality check. DWI isn't just a traffic mistake, it's a criminal record waiting to happen. But the real question today? Was this a legal stop or an officer acting on shaky ground?
Slurred speech, moderate odor of alcoholic beverage, and glossy eyes. The defendant admitted to consuming 1 alcoholic beverage. SFST standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 on the HGN was reported. The defendant refused to provide a specimen. A blood warrant was obtained and executed.
If I may, Your Honor, what the officers completely failed to leave out of their report is that the car was registered to the other person that was present. The other person had the keys on them. The other person admitted to driving. At the time of the accident, I'm not sure why they switched seats. I don't know. I do know the wheel witness came after the accident had already occurred. They had been waiting on a tow. If the officer would have done any due diligence in his research or questioning, the other person they may have been intoxicated. I'm not sure. He didn't even follow up with them. They openly admitted, this is my car. I'm the one driving. The officer made no attempts to remedy that situation or even mention that in his report.
Do you have any of that?
Your Honor, I would just say that, based on what we have in the DIMS, we witness put the defendant in the driver's seat of the car.
After the car was already inoperable. He didn't see her. He didn't see the accident.
Your Honor, I would say for probable cause purposes, we have a wheel witness that says they saw the defendant behind the driver's seat.
Of an inoperable car.
And a law enforcement officer saw.
At the scene of the accident, right?
Right.
I mean, if you have some kind of other evidence to show, I have to give them time also, you know? I mean, this is just,
Yes.
probable cause is a very low burden, right? So this doesn't mean that you're guilty. I mean, if that's in fact true, that's why we have trials, right? There's always 2 sides to the story. I wasn't there. You were there. You know what happened. I don't know. So that's something that you bring out in trial and, you know, perhaps even before, if you show it to them and and it's in fact true, then, you know, they'll kick it. But I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case for now. Ms. Rice, any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
License?
Check on the license ready second.
Like I said, I'm finding probable cause. I'm warning you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand? You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance as well, okay? That is a part of your bond condition as well. If we find that you're driving, you don't have insurance or any other violation, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, you've got great lawyers. They'll take care of you because you have them. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court. But stay in touch with them and they'll tell you if
Not loading right now.
Now this part's wild. She hands the cop an unopened beer and says the spilled one was the reason for the smell. That's bold. But here's the twist. The officer never actually saw her driving wrong. If that 911 tip wasn't verified, this whole case might not even hold up.
But it was for the entire 30 days, and because of the nature of it, another court wouldn't grant it. And so they've already stated to me that they wouldn't be able to pick up in time, and so I'm going to dismiss it. However, they requested that the court admonish him before I dismiss the case, stating that the warrants are still active and that, but he has 24 counts of failure to appear for retail theft. I mean, it is, and obviously the evading is an aggravating factor, but just admonish him.
Amy can't come here, I mean,
Not in time. That's what I mean. It's typically the court grants 3 days, but they need the full month. And so because it's not an aggravated offense, you've never granted.
is it just like a retail, like
It's
a,
a failure to appear, but it's so many retail thefts, just the aggregated amount that it becomes a felony, but
Sure.
but it was issued out in 2024, 2023.
are they going to file the hold?
No, the hold is still, the hold is going to be released because we can only hold.
I mean, okay, so
But the
you're going
warrant
to
is
dismiss, are they going to?
fugitive case because they're unable to pick up in the allotted time, but the warrant is still going to stay active. And so he could get arrested again. He can get arrested in Montgomery County or Liberty County or Galveston, anywhere. It's still active. So, I mean, he could get picked up in 3 days.
So I guess we'll just, at some point,
He made bond on the evading, so he's able to go back today. I mean, and
surprised that they did with the fugitive case that they gave it to GOB. What? Yeah, they gave it to GOB.
they did.
Yeah, I believe he has court tomorrow.
I think.
That I know.
No, in 2 days.
Yo te voy a traducir para el juez.
Good morning, sir.
Buenos días, caballero. Buenos días. Buenos días.
You are wanted out of the state of Pennsylvania
Tiene una orden de arresto del estado de Pennsylvania.
for 24 counts of retail theft.
24 acusaciones de hurto de una tienda.
The state of Pennsylvania
Estado de Pennsylvania.
doesn't have the resources to come get you within the allotted time.
Y a venir a buscarte en el tiempo que le toca.
So they're going to end up dismissing or withdrawing the hold.
Van a quitar la orden de detención que
The thing
tienes.
that I want you to understand,
Yo lo quiero que entiendas usted.
that hold
Esa orden de
and that
detención,
Pennsylvania warrant
esa orden de arresto que
will
tiene
always remain active.
todavía y va a quedarse siempre activo.
And that ending hits hard. He walks free, but the warrant follows like a shadow. It's a reminder, you can outrun a mistake for a while, but the system never forgets. Be honest, would you turn yourself in or take your chances?
Until you go take care of it.
Que usted vaya ahí y
You
termina
could
de ser
literally
encargado.
walk out of here and they can rearrest you.
Literalmente puedes salir de estas puertas y te pueden agarrar y
And every
arrestarte.
time you will sit there for who knows how long.
Y te arrestan y cada vez que pasa eso te vas a quedar ahí atrás y a saber cuánto
So
tiempo.
you take care.
Hasta que usted toma y se ponga en carga de
Yo le
esa
estaba
cosa.
diciendo a la abogada eso mismo, que yo voy a viajar para allá.
I was telling the attorney that very same thing, that I'm going to go travel over there.
I don't care what. It doesn't matter to me.
No me importa ni sé.
I'm telling you,
Yo solo te estoy
so you
diciendo
take care of it.
que hasta que usted
And
se
the thing
termine
is,
ahí con
is
eso,
when you get arrested,
arrestar, si no,
never at a good time.
Nunca va a ser un tiempo
It
apropiado
may be
que
at
puedes.
the worst possible time in your life.
Tiempo más peor que puede ser.
So it would probably be a good idea
Pues probablemente sería una buena idea
to take care of it as soon as
para
possible.
arreglar todo este asunto lo más pronto posible.
Ya sé.
Yes, sir.
You still have that.
Y todavía tienes que preocuparte sobre eso.
Anything else?
¿Algo más?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Nada más.
Good luck to you.
Buena suerte.
Thank you, Your Honor.
caballero.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Una sorpresa. Ahora ya no es que pasó. Ahora estuvieron.